a first-generation immigrant. I came to the United States when I was 6 years old. This is my home and I know no other. I've been the director of the group since 2002. It's important to me to keep this group all women because we do represent a minority, not just as Hispanics, but as women. We not only bring joy to our Hispanic people, but to everybody in El Paso, no matter their background. We have been dealing with a lot of loss here in El Paso. To have to put on a mariachi traje after the events that happened has been a bit trying. We do feel like we're targeted, I'm sure as many others do and many Hispanics do. To have someone come from so far just to inflict all this pain upon our community has been incredibly hurtful.
My name is Mariana Yu. I'm student body president at El Dorado High School. When I found out about the shooting, I was in awe that that epidemic had reached all the way to my city. It was hard. We see on the news all the time, but you never really think it's going to happen in your city, and then it happens and you don't know what to do. The way that the community reacted was exactly what I thought El Paso would react to in a situation like this, because I know that El Paso is love.
The t-shirt initiative began pretty much as an idea like for a profile picture. And then I said, you know what, let's order some stickers. And then one of my husband's cousins was like, well, if you guys ever make a shirt, let me know. And I was thinking, that's how we can help. The shirt helps people feel like they are contributing with their donation, and then they wear it proudly.
We own Small Cakes here in El Paso. What we did is we closed early. We took all the cupcakes that we had the day of to the United Blood Services. The following day, we took a ton of water. We took like over 100 pounds of fruits.
Where do you think they want us to put them? Well, we have 10 cases of water, a bunch of apples and oranges. We were gonna bring cupcakes, but I figured fruit was a better option.
I took my daughter with me. And it wasn't because I wanted her to see the chaos. What I wanted her to see was the willingness to get involved.
The day after, on Sunday, I went to the blood bank on the west side and I waited about 5.5 hours to donate blood.
I decided to do a painting with what I could do. We just felt like our hearts were here and it was too hard to be away. And so we drove down from Colorado yesterday just to be here with the people.
We had a vigil. We released balloons in the honor of those that passed away.
This following weekend, we did a fundraiser for like victim relief.
You know, it's cool that we were able to help our city heal, even if it's just with a simple design, a t-shirt.
We're not just in the news because we had a mass shooting. We're in the news because we had lines of hundreds of people outside blood donation centers, because we had foundations set up in a matter of days to help the families, because we have vigils almost every day, because we come together for the people who aren't here anymore.
We know that this happened and it's absolutely horrible, but it doesn't have to change what we do every day, which is give back. We didn't just decide that one event was gonna make us do this. We always do it.
Here in El Paso, that's how we are. We're united, we're strong.
What does America look like? This is what America looks like.
We owe this community our very best, but I think we also owe ourselves answers about what it's going to take to ensure that does not continue to happen in El Paso or anywhere across the United States.
I would hope that what happened here would be a turning point, because I don't want it to just be just one more on the list.
Nobody deserves to live in fear of going to school or going to the store or movie theater or anything like that.
We have a racism in America that is as old as America itself.
People are hated just because of who they are, what they look like, without any context to their character.
This attack on El Paso is an attack on America. It is an attack on our ideal of what America can be.
I wish I could change legislation that lets this happen. gun control is a big thing that currently my activism group is working towards. I'm gonna fight for that change, and I hope that everybody that I know, my friends, my family, joins me in that fight for change.
Though we bore the brunt of this attack, of this hatred, of this violence, of this country's inaction in the face of these threats, I also know that this community holds the answers not just for our future here in El Paso, but for the future of this country. We see our differences not as dangerous or disqualifying, not just to be tolerated or respected, but to be embraced as fundamental to any hope we have of making it as a community, of making it as a country.